previous episode, we discussed the different types of orbits. In order to understand the orbital motion of the satellite, we need to know about the parameters of the orbits. These parameters help us to differentiate each satellite in space. So let's talk about the parameters in this episode. There are 6 basic parameters. Let me list it down one by one. Semi-major axis, eccentricity, inclination, right ascending node, true anomaly, and argument of periapsis. Let's start with the semi-major axis. This term is used in elliptical orbits. In order to understand the semi-major axis, first you need to know about the major axis. Major axis is the distance between periapsis and apoapsis, whereas the semi-major axis is half the distance of major axis, that is, the distance between the center and any of the apses, either periapsis or apoapsis. Semi-major axis helps to calculate the period of the orbit as per Kepler's third law. Here comes the eccentricity. Eccentricity helps to define the shape and orientation of the satellite's orbit. For a circular orbit, the eccentricity will always be 0. If eccentricity is between 0 and 1, then the orbit is said to be an elliptical orbit. If the eccentricity value is equal to 1, then it is a parabolic orbit. And if it is greater than 1, it is called a hyperbolic orbit. Eccentricity is mainly used to measure the elongation of orbits from a perfectly circular orbit. Moving on to inclination. Inclination is the angle between the orbital plane and the plane of reference. Let's consider an orbit around the Earth. In this case, the plane of reference will be the equatorial plane of the Earth. The inclination will be measured as the angle between the particular orbit and the equatorial plane. There are 4 orbits based on angle of inclination. They are equatorial orbit, polar orbit, prograde orbit, and retrograde orbit. Let us see the angle of inclination at which these orbits lie. For equatorial orbit, the angle of inclination is either 0 or 180 degrees. The polar orbit lies at 90 degrees from the plane of reference. Then, for prograde orbit, the angle of inclination lies between 0 and 90 degrees. And finally, the angle of inclination is between 90 and 180 degrees for the retrograde orbits. To know about this orbit in detail, do check it out our previous episodes. Let's come back to the next parameter. Right ascension of ascending node. Right ascension of the ascending node is the angle between the line of Eris and the ascending node towards the east direction in the equatorial plane. Line of Eris coincide with axis pointing towards the sun from the Earth's center during the vernal equinox. Here, the vernal equinox is an astronomical event that happens once in a year when the sun is exactly above the equator and the day and night are of equal length. True anomaly. True anomaly is an angular parameter which defines the position of the point moving along the Keplerian orbit. In simple words, it is the angle between the direction of periapsis and the current position of the body. Now moving on to the final parameter to be discussed. Satellite orbits cut the equator at 2 points. One is the descending node, another one is ascending node. Let's see what these 2 nodes are. The ascending node is the point where the satellite crosses the equatorial plane while moving from the southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere, whereas descending node is just the vice versa. Argument of periapsis. The angle between the ascending node and periapsis is the argument of periapsis. If periapsis and ascending node exist on the same point, then the argument is 0. We have come to the end of this episode. Hope you understood the parameters of orbits through this episode. We will meet you again with another interesting episode of Space Waveform next month. Until then, stay home, stay safe.